stretching, and just a little bit of core and hips. If you've been feeling like you need a little bit of a stretch because you've been sitting or whatever too much, maybe running or walking, we are going to get into some mobility and flexibility drills that will definitely work on active stretching, which is proven to be way more effective than static stretching, which is where you just lay and stretch for a minute and don't move anything. These exercises are going to build strength in your joints while you're in a lengthened position and give you the flexibility that you've been looking for. Plus, they feel great and it's probably going to hold yourself. And you're just going to have a blast. You won't really need any equipment. You might want a pillow or something to prop yourself up on. We're going to start with some cat-cows. Let's come on to all fours. I'm wearing a brace, so I'm going to come onto my fist. You can also come down to your elbows. Knees are directly underneath my hips, and my shoulders and my hands are just about lined up. I'm going to go from my chin down to my upper back, to my middle back, and then I'm going to tuck my tail, really rounding into that cat position like a cat hissing. Take a big deep stretch here. You can inhale. And then I'm going to exhale, send my hips back, arching my back, and lifting up through my chest. And then I'm going to go from my lower back down through my middle back and my upper back. And again, I'm going to go upper back, middle back, lower back, and then I'm going to go lower back, middle back, just a little specific. And then I'm going to go upper back, middle back, lower back, and then lower back. Just warming up our spine today. Take a big deep breath in. Come to your neutral position. Let's just do a few bird dogs. Pretend you're balancing a glass of water on your low back. Arm and leg reach out. Come in. Arm and leg reach out opposite sides. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Really drawing my belly muscles in, shoulders off the ears. Keeping my ears reaching forward and my tail reaching back. Oops, try not to knock into the wall there. A few more here. And now I'm going to come down and try to hold my neutral back. I'm going to actually bring my knees together. I'm going to do a few hip circles. Bring one knee in towards my chest, out to the side. Reach that knee around and in. And then I'm going to go in the opposite direction. Bring it back, out, into the shoulder, to the knee, and the knee, chest, out to the side, and around. Just keep reversing back, out, around. And again, still holding that glass of water, and then in, back, and around. A few more. Nice and big. You can always make them smaller to modify. And one more round back, and then forward, and back. I'm going to shake out my wrists. Come to that neutral spine. You can do a quick cat-cow. Breathing in and out, find neutral. Now bring the knee into your shoulder, out to the side, back, in, down, right? Then back, out. Try to keep the other side of your body really strong, and try not to jut your opposite hip out to the side as you reach this hip out and around. It's like I'm circling the top of my leg bone around inside that hip socket, right? And in, out, around. And my foot kind of goes in the opposite direction of my knee. So once my knee reaches out, you'll see my foot reaches in. As my knee reaches out, you'll see my foot reaches out. We'll do one more round. This side definitely feels a little bit weaker than the other side. Back, out, and around. And I'm going to shake out wrists again. As you can see, I got a little bit of a brace. I actually get to see the doctor tomorrow on that. And let's take a deep breath in. And from here, I'm going to go with a leg back. And I'm just going to kind of turn my foot in and out. And then I'm going to come to this hamstring curl position. And I'm going to turn the foot in and out a few times here. And then I'm going to reach the leg out long. And I'm going to make a big leg circle now. And I'm really going to try to keep the rest of my body still. Big circle, big circle, big circle, big circle. And 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I'm going to reverse it, right? Big circle here. Really keeping my ab muscles in. And then if you want to make that a little hard, I'm going to do another round. I'm going to reach the opposite hand out, reach the leg back, and I'm going to point the toes and circle, circle, circle. Give me 2 more here. And then other direction. Okay, keeping that torso as still as you can. And then bring it in, and I'm going to reach that other leg back. I'm going to point the toes, circle that leg, nice deep breaths. Keep reaching my ears out to the wall in front of me. And then other direction. Really heating up the glutes, right? And then reaching out the opposite arm. I'll do another round. 2, 3, pointing the toes, shoulders off the ears. And then other direction. And then we're going to do some knee circles. And some of these are from the functional range system. I'm gonna, as opposed to Pilates, I'm gonna lift this knee up. I'm gonna hug it in. I'm gonna keep it hugged in. I'm gonna stretch it up, turn it in, take it all the way down. Turn it out, stretch it up, turn it in and down. I'm gonna try to sit up really tall as I do this. One more round, turn it out, up. And now I'm going to keep it turned in, take it up, out, and in, right? Hamstrings are tight. These are a great addition. Knee circles if you sit a lot. And then let's go ahead and switch sides. You can do whatever you need to do with the other leg. This is definitely going to be my tighter side. I'm going to sit up really tall. Take a breath in. I'm going to extend out that leg. Turn the leg in, take it down, turn it out, up, in, down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in, down, out, up. And then other direction. I'm going to turn it in, extend, turn it out and down, turn it in, extend, out and down. Turn it in, extend, turn it out. One more time. Now I'm going to come back to all fours. And you can always come down to your elbows if this is becoming too much. I'm going to really get my arms solid underneath me. I'm going to raise my top. I'm going to come back to all fours. Right? You do a quick cat-cow. I'm going to extend one leg back. I'm going to keep everything from my hips to my head really still. And I'm going to take this leg up. And now I'm going to see if I can do a few of those knee circles in this position. Right? So I'm going to turn the leg out, extend, turn it in, bend. It doesn't have to be super high, turn it out, extend. If you can get it that high, great. In, bend, one more round, out, extend, in, bend, then reverse. Right, keep it turned in, extend, turn it out, bend, turn it in, extend, turn it out, bend, turn it in, extend, turn it out, and bend. Just gonna come off my wrists. And let's do a cat-cow here, right? In child's pose, arching the back, and then rounding, 2 more like that. Tailbone first this time, lower back, middle back, upper back, and then tailbone again. Head is the last thing to go, and then the tail, lower back, middle back, upper back, and then lower back. Coming back to all fours. Let's try that other side. I'll flip around so you can see. Make sure you're changing legs. Upper body strong. I'm going to raise that top leg. Pretend I'm balancing the glass of water on my lower back. I turn the leg out, curl it in, turn it in, extend out. Turn it out, bend, turn it in, extend, turn it out, bend, turn in, extend. One more in this direction, and then I'm going to keep it turned in, bend it, turn it out, extend, turn it in, bend, turn it out, extend, turn it in, bend, and out, and extend. From here, I'm going to go back to the first side, and I'm going to do a sweep. So I'm going to go back to the side. I'm going to point the leg. I'm going to try to keep my hips as still as I can. That's the trick. I'm going to sweep the leg out and then center. I'm going to play around and find where my end range of motion is. Where about here is where I go and my body wants to jut out. So this is just, I want to play and see how far can I go without jutting out, and then I'm going to kind of hold it there and get serious, and then we're going to do some lifts here. So if your body, when you take the leg out, you want to find a spot where you're not jutting out. You don't want to be doing that during the exercise. You want to stay really solid on both hands. It's hard for me because I've got the thumb and wrist issue right now. And you want to reach that leg out. And I'm going to hold that leg there. We're going to do some lifts there. We're going to lift up and lower down. I'm really pushing into the foot. We're going to lift and lower. I'm really drawing my abs in. Lift and lower and lift. So this is like, because I'm working right where the end of my flexibility zone is. This is what's going to increase it. And then hold it and down, and then from here I'm going to sit back and just take a little bit of a stretch. And right from here, let's twist under, up, right? Twist. I'm going a little conservative because of my wrist. You can probably go a little more. Right, just another drill. And then let's sit all the way down and come into a figure four. I'm going to bring this onto the mat, so I'm just going to turn a little bit. And I'm just going to bend the knee. And let's just do a cat-cow here, round forward and lengthen up. So I'm going to walk my hands forward and bring it up. And then we lift, and then bring it forward. And I'm going to hold here. Let's stay a little lifted through my chest. And drop those shoulders. And really press down into the leg for a second. Press down into the heel. Draw your belly in. Now I'm going to sit up really tall. I'm going to keep this leg extended, and I'm going to press my arms back, and I'm going to do some lifts here, trying to keep everything in my spine really still, right? Lift and hold, lower, lift and hold, lower. You can do these with your arms in front of you. I'm not going to do it. 2 more, and then 1 more. And then I'm going to reach my arms up and take another stretch forward. Slight bend in the knee for me. If you can't reach your toes, you can take it down here. And just another stretch here. And exhale. Lifting up through the chest. I really feel that deep in my hip. Turn it on, one big stretch. And then come over to the other side. So I'll show you on this side now. Just check your space, make sure you're not making anything. I'm going to take the other leg back, and I'm going to reach it out to the side a few times. This is definitely my tiger side. And I'm going to start to play and see where that end range, when I start to jut, and that's about here for me, where I'm going to jut. And that's about where I'm going to want to do my lift. And my foot slightly turned in as opposed to out. I'm actually going to bring it back a little bit and just really solid. Push into those arms, draw my belly, and lift, and then lower. Lift it, and lower. Abs in super tight. Lift, and lower. Lift, and lower. Really working on the flexibility in the knee. of my leg. A few more here. One more time. And then I'm going to hold it down and send my hips back and start taking a few stretches here. And now I can take this hand, reach through, bring it up. And now I'm going to sit back and come into that figure four. Get there any way you need to. And I'm just going to come onto my mat so it's padded. And I'm going to do those walkouts. I'm going to walk forward and back. And I'm going to walk it forward and back. And exhale forward. And inhale back. One more time. And then I'll hold it forward. This one's definitely a little tighter. I'm pushing into the floor. I'm going to lift my chest up. Breathe deep. Opposite knee is pressing down. Lifting taller and taller. Belly drawing deeper and deeper. Move a little more forward. Lifting my chest a little bit more. And then I'm going to back off and take my hands behind me. And really lift up through my chest. And lift this leg. And lower. You can really see me shaking. I'm really trying to keep my arms long. You can always sit up on a pillow. A few more here. Lift up, hold. Lift up and hold. And I'm going to come forward and take another stretch a little bit deeper. Lift up through my spine. You can always have your hands here. A few deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Again. And now I'm going to bring both legs together and I'm going to come to like an L shape. I'm going to have both knees bent and I'm going to round forward and just give myself a big stretch there, draw my belly muscles in and then lift up through my chest. And I'm going to take my hands up back and I'm going to lift one leg, open it a little wider, lift it. My mat's a little wide, so if you're on a regular size mat, you'll want to do it a little bit wider than your mat and then lift up, bring it together, together, apart, apart, together, together, apart, apart, together, together, apart, apart. Now I'm going to stay with this apart. It's not a super big straddle. You can take a super big straddle if you want. I'm just going to twist and reach towards one side, slight bend. If you know spine stretch forward from Pilates, it's like a little bit like that. And I'm going to lift tall and come down, round my spine, and arch. Do a little cat-cow here. Round, and I'm pressing down, reassembling them, and arch again. Inhale as I round. Exhale as I arch, and I'm going to come over to the other side. I'm a little twisted, as usual. I'm going to round, and arch, and round, and arch. One more time. Round, and arch. Now bring your feet together. And let's end with some diamond work, complete diamond. I'm going to lift really tall, and I'm going to use my elbows just to press it down. And then I'm going to just hold here for a few breaths, just really gentle. Drawing my belly in, lifting my chest. Now I'm going to lift my elbows, and then using my muscles, I'm going to press my knees down, down, down. And then I'm going to let go, and then I'm going to give it a little deeper stretch. And then I'm going to do that again. So I'm pressing down my elbows, giving my hips a stretch. And I'm going to use my hips and let go of my elbows. I'm going to press my knees down using my outrights. One more time. Strength, local strength in that stretch position. Use those elbows, press down, and let it go. And then from here, I'm going to lift and hold at one side and cat and cow. Round, arch, round, arch. One more. And then come to the other side. Hold for a second, lift tall, and round, and arch, and round, and arch. One more time. And let's just bring our hands to our center. Press the knees down, using your hip strength. Just twist, center, twist, center. One more each way. And I hope you enjoyed this cat cheetah stretch workout. Stay tuned. There's 2 more weeks to this Halloween Fit Fun of 21. Comment below and let me know which was your favorite move and what kind of workouts you want to see next.